Hello, beautiful, beloved soul. Welcome to my channel, Celestial Oracle Codes. We're just going to tap right in, see exactly what the cards have to show us today. And we'll try to make it quick and we'll get you out of here, shine some clarity on the energy and on what wants to come through. So I'll call in the highest light, archangels and angels, and the Most High, and my spiritual team, and guardians and guides, and your spiritual team and guides. So, let's see. So what's coming through? Let's choose one random. Alright, so footprints, direction. So you're being shown a new direction and things are unfolding in your life in a rhythmic fashion right now. Something is transpiring and taking on a new direction or a new way of unfolding in your life is what is coming through. Something is becoming more accessible for you. That's funny that it's coming through as accessible. So with footprints, right off the bat, you've been wondering which way in life you should go. And concerns regarding family, career, or life purpose have arisen. The answer is this: go towards that which brings you closer to the divine. Seek that which truly feeds your soul, for this will show you the road to tread. Be careful, however, to understand what this truly means. The ego has a wonderful way of tricking you into dreaming up get-rich-quick schemes. The truth is always consistent and loving. Step into your soul's knowing and focus on your heart's passion, talents, and interests. These clues will point you in the right direction. Don't let anyone push you off your chosen path. You have an important decision to make. Always choose the road of peace and happiness. Release lack mentality and listen to your inner guidance. You are on the right path. So just remember that while you're taking these footprints, while you're finding this new direction, that things are unfolding the way that they're supposed to in your life. This is a time when you need to be trusting yourself, but at the same time, you need to be understanding what it means to take your time and give yourself the time. Have patience with yourself. Have patience with the things that are unfolding in your life. And remember to remain peaceful and happy. Be optimistic and positive about the way that your life is turning out, the people in your life, and about yourself in general. So that's a powerful message that's coming through to start this out. So that's our number one card. Let's see. Aura Observation is our next card. So with Aura and Observation, you have a keen way of deducing the energy of people and seeing exactly how people are. You not so much always knowing exactly how they are as much as understanding how they're feeling. And if you don't understand how they feel, right? Let's say that you project your feelings onto others in any instant, then you have a way of smoothing it over with your positive aura. But you're very observant. So remain optimistic in your observations of others is a strong message that's coming through with this card. Also, wake up to what is really going on around you. Take a long look at yourself and at others. For all is not what you have painted in your mind. There are underlying reasons for certain people in your life acting as though they have your best interest at heart, although they are actually not always sweetness and light. This is a wake-up call, and it serves you well, and asks you to look at areas of your life where you could improve things. Deepen investigation into situations you have previously skimmed over. Become the observer. Watch and learn. Notice every detail in a person's mannerisms and energy, and soon you will be able to determine the bigger picture in all that you witness. Observe well, and the subtle truth will emanate clearly for you to determine whatever it is you're trying to see. So always ask the question, is this for my highest good? You will witness something important. Become more aware of signs and symbols that spirit brings you. Try to see the good in others. Always be optimistic about others and positive about yourself and others, as was already stated. So have a gift for sensing and seeing auras. You definitely have a gift for sensing and seeing auras. So this might be something that you want to expand upon or look into. So that's a powerful message and insight coming through about our collective here. So let's shuffle the cards one more time and just see what we got one. We got one right off the back. Tea leaves, Foresight. So with the power to see auras and to observe and to see into the surroundings and the movement of the energy of a room, of a circumstance, of any of the experiences or circumstances that you find yourself in, it shows that you have a deeper foresight. There is this underlying understanding that you have about the direction of the way that things are going, about the understanding that things are, about the way that things will go. And so this card, Tea Leaves, is coming through to tell you to not only trust your inner guidance, but also to trust your inner wisdom and to go within. Make sure that you're giving yourself the time, the patience, and the understanding to understand your own foresight. So the Tea Leaves card brings you reminders of the old ways of soothsayers who, in a time imbued with magic, mystery, mystical aspects, could capture a glimpse of the future in shapes that formed in one's cup or in patterns that were accumulating in one's life. So now it is the time for you to open your eyes and heart and explore your ancient bloodlines one way or another. So when Tea Leaves comes out, you might have ties to a gypsy bloodline, or you might have Norse blood. There's something very ancient about your bloodline, whether you know it or not. So the most ancient bloodlines are O negative and O positive, but you don't have to be that bloodline. Obviously, ancient, all bloodlines are ancient in their own way. And so, but the oldest bloodlines, those are the oldest. And so if you do have those bloodlines, then obviously you could be tied to this message overall. But at the end of the day, the overall message that's coming through strongly with this card is that this is a time to heal any unresolved issues in your relationships. Like, it's really time to let them go. It's time to understand that when we nurture and when we hold on to grudges, when we hold on to our dissatisfaction, when we hold on to the belief that it's going to be something that is a negative experience we've had in the past, or something that reminds us of the trauma and the pain that we've gone through in any circumstance with any individual in our life or any relationship in our life, then we are setting the stage and making room and creating space in our life for that to manifest in our life again. one way or another, the expectation is paving the way for it. It doesn't mean that it has to happen, especially if, like we saw in my last reading, someone has changed, or if their circumstances have changed, or if there's a new common ground that's found. The endless possibilities for how it can turn out positive are just as vast as the endless possibilities for how it can turn out negative. And so when we have positive thoughts about ourselves and others, we stay optimistic about the way that things are going to turn out. We believe that things are going to work out in our favor. We know that life is happening for us and not to us. And we do the best that we can to ensure that we're doing all that we can to have that foresight. Then we can heal those relationships and any unresolved issues, and we can stop looking for more of them to occur in our life. So this is that time to heal any of those unresolved issues in your relationships. Investigate your bloodline, and you have inherited your psychic gifts. So from an ancestor, one way or another, there's a psychic gift you have, whether that's you're a seer, you have, and you can see auras, you pick up on the subtle energy shifts in the room, you're clairsentient, you're clairaudient, you're clairvoyant, you're clair something. Claircognizant is another one that could be coming out here. But ultimately, when aura pops up and we're looking at tea leaves and we're talking about foresight, usually we're talking about someone who is clairvoyant in some way. So you might have prophetic dreams, or you might have dreams where you're pulling things into your dreams that you're experiencing in your waking reality the next day. Maybe it'll be a red shirt, a red balloon, or a place, or you have deja vu a lot. That's another aspect of this. So always look for the bigger picture either way. Remember magical tales of yesteryear from your childhood, and try to keep that childlike innocence in a way, not naivety, but the curiosity of living, the wonder of the experience of it all. And, just taking it in and allowing that to open you up to more of these gifts and abilities that are waking up in you. So step into your future with open eyes. And that means your spiritual eyes is what we're talking about here. So relax and have a good day. Ultimately, this is a powerful message. So I'm going to pull just a couple of Chakra Insight cards, and then we'll get out of here just so that we can see, even though, one already came out. So for compliance, we are not going to show that. But the first card that came out was Sexuality, from the Chakra Insight deck. And so what the card says is openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. And I'm going to let you know right now, when this card comes up, it's about not only that intimacy, but it's also about being comfortable with our own sexual desires, our own sexual orientation, our drive. Like, it's like, I guess I have to be this way or have to be that way. Or like, say for someone who is bisexual, maybe, for instance, it's about being okay for that to be okay. It's not like, I have to go this way, or I have to go that way, or because I did this, I have to do this all the time, or I have to do that all the time. I'm like, we're showing too much of the card. So it is about doing just what makes you feel good, not at the expense of others, but to the fulfillment of your own experience in this life. And so trying to keep up with making sure that we are sharing our intimacy, making sure that we are accepting and really allowing ourselves to experience the beauty in life, allowing ourselves to be open enough, to be intimate enough. It doesn't have to be sexual, but just allowing yourself to find that closeness that ultimately all humans yearn for. And it's nice when you actually find it with someone, right? Even if it can be platonic, it can be family, or it can be intimate or romantic. But at the end of the day, it is always about the honor and the sharing and the openness and the beauty of that the relational, the intercommunication and relational aspect of the whole situation. So that is the second chakra. That is sacral chakra energy. So the next card that we will see about what chakra we're working from, that's funny that the next card is also sacral chakra energy. So that is emotions. And so this card says feelings, expression, moods, and balance. So this card is about making sure that not only we are finding balance within ourselves, but also we're controlling our emotions and we're finding a balanced emotional state that we're working from. We're working from a calibrated system so that we can ultimately not only have the most fulfilling and worthwhile experience in this life, but also so that we can manifest and create the life we love from a place of optimism and positivity, where we're not having to stress and feel down and pulled apart by any obstacles or any other malfunctions that might occur or ultimately manifest themselves in our lives. And this is also about expressing our feelings and making sure that we honor our moods. Like, it's okay for you to not be in a good mood, and it's okay for you to not understand your mood fully, but don't take it out on others, obviously. And also try to integrate that, try to journal about that, or try to just try to come from an observant, right, observational place where you are experiencing a deeper foresight about yourself in these situations, in these emotions. And if you're having turbulent emotions, or if your moods are swinging and you're not understanding where it's coming from, take the time to integrate and really ask yourself the questions of, why do I feel this way? When did I start feeling this way? You know, just try to pinpoint that and come from an observational place, a place from love and sincerity and compassion and understanding and support for yourself. But for truly trying to get to the bottom of it so that we can get you back to expressing those good feelings of balance and harmony, where you are building in those relationships in a beautiful, caring, sharing way that honors the openness and the intimacy that comes through those relationships. So I think we can see exactly what chakra we're working from. We're working from the sacral chakra right now, and that's a really great chakra to be working from. Obviously, it's the chakra of creation and intimacy and relationships. And so glad to see that. What this means when we see this, it means that obviously our relationships are going well, but it also means that we are building into them. Like, something is happening in our relationships where we're building a more foundational structure in our relationships, or a stronger foundation period in our relationships. Something is shifting to the point where we are more stable and secure, and we feel more confident in our interactions with others, and just in the people that we have in our lives. So that is the message that is coming through right now for the collective. I love you immensely. Thank you for being here. If you're not a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. I would love to have you around. Otherwise, personal description or personal readings information is in the description box. And other than that, I will see you all in my next reading.